What's our good old buddy Ellen is throwing up to these days on an off season? He talking about the real best Isekai anime of fall 2025. No one is talking about it. As a seasonal anime warlord and an Isekai connoisseur, I shall tell you if this Isekai is worth watching.
Am I missing something? Because I truly cannot understand why my status as an assassin is getting so much glaze.
It looks good. That's it. So it's Sunrise, right? Basically, the reason that this anime is getting a lot of glaze is that this is a very underwhelming season of anime with no frontlining, no headlining anime. I feel like A Wild Last Boss is absolutely doing its thing. It's doing well. Mugen Gacha is a welcome, I think One Punch Man is obviously a disaster. And there's some sequels like Gachakura that is hype, but there's still nothing that really defines the season. And in terms of the Isekais this season, there isn't really much. And we checked this out. Studio Sunrise, legendary studio, right? Gundam, mecha stuff, that's what they specialize in. And for them to come out and adapt this old-fashioned isekai that looks very like 90s anime, kind of, it's definitely got that old retro feel to it, which the director themselves have confirmed that this is basically a project that they've done to train their staff in how to make these type of old style vibes. Like Krivates last season 2 was really good. I think it was really flashy, and that's why a lot of people were really excited in the first couple episodes. Same with me. But you know where that falls apart, right? You know exactly where that shit falls apart.
My status as an assassin is getting so much glaze. I'm seeing so many people hype it up, with some even saying that
I'm starting to realize. Well, okay, so basically, if you're not this deep into the fucking internet drama like we are, like, listen, if you're employed and you're not a mentally ill, fucking Twitter tard like me, then you don't know what's going on. But let me explain to you. There's layers to this. There's layers to this video. So, I think this video is actually a gotcha video. See, I was gonna be really upset that he was talking about the assassin isekai like it was actually the best one ever. But Ellen Historian is a smart man. I know he's smart. And I know that he's blocked by Chibi on Twitter. And now he starts a video of starting. I don't know why people are glazing this shit. Why is Giguk saying this shit? And now we brought Chibi into where Chibi did say, easily the best new anime I'm currently watching, and the art style feels like an old school anime. And he's not wrong, right? He's not wrong. But what I'm trying to say here is, this is like a gotcha of like, Chibi, you really think this is the best fucking anime of this season, Isekai? And then he's gonna explain why you're fucking wrong, because there's like beef between them. Listen. If you look at Chibi's statement, is it wrong? Easily the best new anime I'm currently watching. So, listen, he's not saying this is the best anime. He's saying right now, right here. And I don't know exactly which episode he's on. Whatever anime that he's watching right now, it is the best one. And if he's only fucking watching One Punch Man in this, then of course it's gonna be the best one, right? And the art style does feel like an old school anime. Again, that is the entire intention of the project. So he's not wrong, but let's see what, Ellen Historian has to say.
up with
Watching but not reviewing a single episode? Yeah, because no one cares about this. That's the YouTube game, right? No one wants to make videos about a topic that isn't going to get clicks. At the end of the day, that's how this game works. I wouldn't say that this is Chibi grifting or like being a dishonest person. It's just a game that we all play. It is what it is.
some even saying that it's the best non-sequel anime of the season.
Currently the best anime this season. If we don't count continuations, go watch it. But again, he's talking about currently, and this is October 23rd. Let's see. First 3 episodes. I think that there is some value there to be held. Because right now, I would never say it, right? Because I think you should realize by the time you get to the Elf arc, which is like episode 4 or 5, you realize a retard wrote this show. Not a retard, but a child did. So basically what I hear is that the author wrote this shit when he was in middle school. And it gets way better later on. Apparently in like the volume 4 of the light novel. But the early game stuff is fucking scuffed because a child wrote it. And I went into this anime with open mind, with well intentions, thinking, oh my god, the way that they set up, the assassination of our, Captain Saddam, and how his voices are AI, voice for the main character, and how the blood mixed together. And I'm thinking, is he actually dead? There's no way he's actually dead. I was doing all this theory crafting, and then the Elf arc happened. And basically it was the dumbest, most contrived, just insane, stupid story I've ever heard. None of the character motivations made sense. It was honestly comical how bad it was written that I basically gave up. I lost any hope. And then every episode after that, It was a visual spectacle, but the story is so garbage that I'm like, hell no. Oh, hell no. I'm done with this shit. So, again, by October 23rd, I think there is some value to be held. There was some potential, right? The assassin Isekai definitely was like potential man, you know? It was like, yo, I think there's a lot to, you know, lot to really dive deep here if it's gonna deliver, but then we realized, no, that was not the case. So again, Chibi's saying this shit by October 23rd, first 3 to 4 episodes of the season, I don't think is insane. I don't think it's, you know, out of touch. I think that it showed potential, but obviously if he still has the same mindset now, I would be very concerned.
Anime of the season. I don't want to be a hater, but it's been a very long time since I watched an anime.
Ellen Historian will never appreciate this story because I know that he has elite taste in actual story, right? Based on the things that he covers, like ReZero, Lord of the Mysteries, Mushoku Tensei a little bit too, Shadow Slave, and whatever other like webcomic stuff he does, or webtoon stuff, or even like web novel stuff he does. This shit does not hold a candle. Like, you basically turning on fucking children's channel fucking Cocomelon and watching this shit. It's basically all flash, no substance. There's no way Ellen Historian would ever be able to appreciate the story. I can't either.
An anime where I've had to pause multiple times per episode purely because how cringe the dialogue and character interactions were.
Thank you. When was this video made? 4 days ago. I like how he cherry-picked Chibi's tweets from 2 months ago, though. And it just goes to show that the drama don't end, bro. He's right. Listen, the only thing that I'm thinking it's funny is that he's dragging Chibi's name over the early episode stuff, which I still can agree with a little bit, but got him.
Please tell me I'm not the only one who's confused about all of the praise for this show. Is it just the artistic direction? Because the animation is...
Yeah, there's a lot of people online that think like story doesn't matter in an anime. They say, why am I caring about the story for a fucking anime, bro? An anime is called an animation. If I want the story, I go read the fucking manga or the light novel. And man, it's such an insane level of delusion if you think like that. And the funniest part is, again, that those crowd of people who has been complaining about that about One Punch Man, anytime you say I actually enjoyed this episode, no matter how garbage the production value was, I think that the story is still kind of carrying, people will say you're insane, like the story, just go read the manga. Suddenly this week we had a change in the way that approached the story, and even if the animation was on par with the flashy flash stuff last episode, objectively, people are like, no, the story change is so fucking bad, it ruined the immersion. 4 out of 10 episode. And it's just like, nah, I know your asses are just fucking literally doing mental gymnastics to justify how you need to hate on this episode. I think the story does matter a lot. I think a good story honestly might be more important than the animation sometimes. I honestly, like, I don't know. Do you guys want a fucking absolute Sakuga fest with everything being a Vincent Chancellor cut, but the story is ass? Or do you want something like the production value is ass, but the story direction is actually good? I may actually want the latter. Because, like Kumu-desu, for example, So I'm a Spider, So What? That shit was horrific. The usage of the CGs in the second quarter just killed me. But the story was so compelling, I was willing to keep watching it for the theory crafting, the mysteries, the, you know, all the different developments happening. The characters are so rich in history and culture and the layers. It's like great world building. I was so locked in, but the animation obviously fucking sucks. So to me, yeah, I think the story matters a lot, because if the story didn't matter at all and all I cared about was fancy animation, I would still be watching Assassin Isekai. And I can't watch Assassin Isekai because it's just like it's like I'm trying to eat I can't explain to you. It's just so immature. It's so childish. It's so stupid. Like all the great production value is being wasted as I'm just laughing at this show for how stupid it is.
Decent, nothing insane. If you want a genuinely solid new action isekai, in my opinion,
Wild
you
Last
should
Boss?
watch a Wild Last Boss.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I knew I could rely on Ellen Historian's taste. Thank you.
Appeared instead. I'm surprised that no one is really talking about it. Sure, it's not at the level of ReZero, Mushoku, or Lord of Mysteries, but it still delivers fun fight scenes.
Yeah, the fight scenes are beautiful. It is absolute gorgeous. What happened this recent week of, Devil King Orm versus Conqueror Rufus, like, god damn, it's not being glazed up enough right now.
Interesting twists, feels kinda like Overlord, and is most importantly, not overly cringe. I would say it's pretty underrated, and it's the only isekai in the top 5 anime of the season.
I don't even know of all the different isekais happening. I have to count it, but like the competition is pretty fucking weak. Like there's like Gatherer's isekai, there's like the Reincarnator JC Staff isekai, there's Assassin isekai, there's Wild Last Boss, and so on. But yes, Wild Last Boss, easily 8 out of 10 right now. I would honestly put it 8.5 out of 10, I think. I think that this clearly is a standard above what a 7 out of 10 is to me. I think this is a great anime, but not just peak just yet. The mystery surrounding Dina and stuff is honestly really compelling. I love the character designs and the video game aspect of it. The fight scenes are gorgeous. The soundtrack is epic. It's just pure aura farming. I love this shit. Assassin's Isekai, again, in the beginning had a lot of potential, and it's just, again, really funny. Elena's story just cherry picking, Chibi's tweets from fucking the first couple of weeks coming out. I can't believe this guy said this shit. He didn't say that shit, but I'll do a little defense. If Chibi still thinks this right now, I'd say, damn, that's a fucking retarded take to have. But in the early game too, I think a lot of us were very excited about this anime. There's a lot of potential. The isekai summoning a ritual system and the way that the different characters were pulling up, like basically what I really enjoy in an isekai is like the template setup. Rather than one character, being transported to another world, I like the whole class. The whole class, being summoned to a different world, like Arifureta or So I'm a Spider, So What. I think Kumo desu ka? So I'm a Spider, So What is the best setup for me, because how it adds on to Arifureta and Assassin, where, okay, class got summoned, but not only that, everyone's identity is obscured, because now we're not in our human form. We are in different, people, whether it be creatures, monsters, or whatever. And even the timeline difference, like that shit had me so fucking locked in. So stuff like that got me really excited. But man, Assassin Isekai really, really let me down. I was so disappointed. But still, I think a visual spectacle and a great looking anime. It's just not a great anime. Please check out Ellen Historian. Like to the video right over there. Go give it a like. Link to the video. Watch out for spoilers though on this channel. See you next time.